I'm in my kitchen and I'm going to share with you how I batch cook my turkey meatballs because I've had a lot of requests for this video. Oven's ready. So, I'm going to do what every chef does when they get started cooking. I'm going to pour myself a little drinky poo. That should about do it. And cheers. Who's here? Hi, Marion. Hi, Natasha. I'm going to cook, and I'm going to show you how I do batch cooking. I'm drinking lemonade Crystal Light mixed with seltzer. A lot of you know that I am sober 3.5 years, but I'm still a very heavy drinker. So this is filled all the way to the top. All right, I'm going to show you how I make this. This is a very simple recipe. You're about to make dinner too? Awesome. Let me know what you're making. I'm going to show you how I batch cook these meatballs, and this is a great thing to keep in my refrigerator when I want quick protein and something very easy to go to. I can microwave it, and it really tastes very, very good. So I'm going to show you how I do this. I like to be gluten-free, so instead, I don't like cooking very much. Okay, Marion, well, we're going to fix that. If you batch cook, you don't have to cook that often. You can keep food that keeps well in your fridge and then just scoop some on a plate and stick it in the microwave and have a very easy meal. So that's what I like to do. So keeping with gluten-free, I use oats instead of breadcrumbs. Hi, Jill. And so what I do for breadcrumbs is my husband likes old-fashioned oats. I buy these big things of oats and I grind my oats in this coffee grinder and it makes them into a flour. Okay? I don't know if you can see, it turns into a flour. And so I have a cup of oats here. I measured with my scale my bowl, okay? So I put my bowl empty on this scale. I zeroed it out and I put my ground up oats in there and I have 75 grams of oats. So you can take a picture of that with your phone, but obviously I'm using my phone to record, so I'm not going to take a picture, so I'm writing it down. Okay, I'm writing down my little ingredients here and how much of it I'm using. Okay, so I already ground up the oats because nobody wants to hear the grinding noises of the coffee grinder, right? And so I do a lot of grinding up of grains in there so that I can keep gluten-free and use these things in different recipes. So I have my 1 cup of oats in here. If I don't want to use cheese in my recipe, I would do 1.5 cups of oats. Okay, so maybe about 100 grams of ground up oats. But today I want to use cheese. So I'm going to grab my cheese. I'm using Parmesan cheese that I just dumped some on the floor. Shh, don't tell anybody. This is a 1/4 cup. I like to use about this much. This is a 1/3 cup, but I'm going to put my scale on. I'm going to zero it out with my oats in there. And I'm going to put some cheese in here, dump it in my bowl, and I have 40 grams. So under my cheese, I'm going to put 40 grams. Okay? My next thing I'm going to do is my onion. I like sweet onion. My daughter does not really like onions, so the only way to really sneak onions into a recipe was to use sweet onions. So I use a lot of sweet onion and stuff. I don't really use yellow onion anymore. This onion I got from the Strawberry Patch, the farm. So it has a top to it. It has like these green tops, right? Who's talking to me here? Cheese is the one thing I've decided I can't take out of my diet. Yeah, amen. And did you know there's cheese is addicting? It actually is literally addicting, so be wary of that. All right, so I'm going to chop up this onion. I thought about chopping it up beforehand, but I'm known as the mad chopper in my family, so you can see how quickly I chop stuff up. It's just a testament to how often I do batch cooking. All right, there's part part of it. Here's the other half. Dixie is down there on the floor. Dixie, you're not supposed to eat onion. That is not good for you. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, she didn't get it. Sheesh. She's so naughty. You gotta put onion in this because it really gives it a lot of flavor. Have you ever had plain ground turkey? It is disgusting. It is really gross. You have to put flavor in your turkey or it's going to taste disgusting. And for many, many years, I didn't eat turkey because I automatically was like, it has no flavor, it's gross, and I'm just not using it. But I found this turkey meatball recipe and I was like, let me give it a try. And I just bought a little bit of turkey and I loved it. So I've been batch cooking it ever since. You can use beef. You can use pork if you want. I just don't use those things because they tend to be a little higher in fat. And I like to eat a lot. So because I like to eat a lot, I usually try to go lower calorie. All right? And so the turkey tends to be a little bit lower calorie. Where's my cup? What are you guys doing? Let me see what's going on here. Anybody can batch cook. I'm going to teach you guys a lot of stuff and all my batch cooking recipes. Because when you do that, it makes your life so much easier. You don't have to cook all the time. Who wants to be cooking all the time? All right. I'm going to go over there and make you laugh because it looks like I have no pants on. But I do. We went to the bank. 3 eggs. We went to the bank and my daughter's like, Mom, just so you know, it looks like you don't have any pants on. I'm like, oh. Well, hopefully people will know this old 49-year-old woman is not walking around with no pants. I mean, for goodness sakes. All right, 3 eggs. And then I use a little Worcestershire sauce. I don't weigh my eggs. I just put my eggs in there. Your other half usually cooks, but he's sick. Now you gotta cook. That's good. A couple of shots of Worcestershire sauce. I don't really measure it. I just put it in as a tablespoon. You can weigh it if you really want to. And then we're gonna get ready for the meat. I don't like touching meat. I think it's kind of gross. I have 3 pounds. Hey, Tanya. 3 pounds of this Jenny O 85% lean, 15% fat. So you can use 85% ground beef if you want. But check it out. I use this roasting pan, right? And it has a top and a bottom. So a lot of the fat will drain out of here and go into the bottom, and then I wipe it into my trash. So it's not very fatty, which is good. All right, I'm gonna cut this open. Grab my gloves, because I don't like touching meat. It kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. Plus, who wants to get, like, turkey in their wedding ring and stuff, right? You. No. All right, so I just drop this whole thing in here. Kind of break it up a little bit. Just so I don't embarrass myself and make a huge mess, I'm not going to add all this yet. I'm going to get it in to the meat and mixing this all together. And just using my fingers like a mixer. Super easy. And you know, I always hear these cooks, they're like, all right, I'm ready to add the rest of this. I hear cooks, they're like, don't over mix your meat, or it's gonna get tough. I've never worried about that. Never. I've never worried about that. Have I maybe overmixed it? Maybe, but I'll tell you, I've never noticed a difference. And you know, I think that cooking, you have to be brave. You know, there's a lady, I don't know if you older ladies remember Julia Child. Do you remember her? She was a French chef. She was on PBS when I was a kid. She was like 6'2", this amazing renowned chef, and she was so funny because she would be on live often for her cooking show, and she would say the funniest things. Like, I remember one time she would say, if you burn the food that you make for your guests, never apologize. Never. Because they're coming over and you're giving them free food and they should be grateful anyway, even if it's burnt. I was like, man, she's got some French cojones, man. Holy smokes. All right, I'm almost done. And I'll show you this. It looks like a huge turkey meatball with a bunch of onion pieces in it. All right, see? Turkey ball with a bunch of onion pieces in it, right? That's it. How easy was that? And then I just section these in little balls and plop them here. I don't weigh them. You can weigh each of these and make them an exact portion. To be honest with you, I've made this so many times that I can make them pretty symmetrical straight away. I don't really worry about it. And then what I do is pop all these onto my pan. I know you can't see me very well, but you know, I have this tiny little galley kitchen. And it's, you know, it's not Paula Dean's kitchen by any means. I have a little house, so I'm doing the best I can here. That's why I initially thought, I don't know if I can do a recipe video because my kitchen's so dang small, they're going to be looking up my nose. So I'd love to have my camera closer to me so I can read your comments, but I got meat all over my hands anyway. About halfway already. Forming these into the little balls. And I'll honestly just eat these plain. They taste so good just by themselves. Last week, I batch cooked butternut squash and bok choy. And I had that all done and sauteed. The bok choy I sauteed in garlic. And I had it in bowls in my refrigerator. I put these in a big Ziploc bag when they're done, these meatballs. And I keep them in my fridge, and they last me all week. They don't get yucky, they don't get dry. They're amazing. So, super convenient. You can also add carrots to this if you wanted. My sister used to make meatloaf with carrot in it. I thought it was weird, but hey man, to each his own, right? All right, 2 left, and here's my last one. All right, then I just kind of spread these babies out on my pan. Bingo. I'm going to snap these gloves off and I'll show you what I have here. Isn't that easy? It really is easy. All right, I'm slapping these gloves off and I'm going to show you what I've got. Check it out. Bingo. Right in here. 35 minutes. Start. I'm done. I'm going to wash my hands real quick so I can see if there's any comments or questions. It's so easy. And you know, it's just like anything else in life, right? Have you tried a new hobby? Like my friend crochets, right? And I'm sure she wasn't great at it when she first started out. But now she can crochet sweaters and intricate things and purses, and she can crochet anything. But in the beginning, we'll just do a chain, right? I came in a couple minutes late. Yes, I'll post this. Onions, minced turkey, eggs. I put in some oats that I ground up, and some Worcestershire sauce. I did not put in any spices. Can you believe it? Last time I put in a little salt, but it was too salty. If you're putting in cheese, oh, I put cheese in. I'll put all of this in the description of this video after I post it. And I have macros on this. I'll post the macros. And I also have a video on my YouTube that shows how to do a recipe in MyFitnessPal. So I'm teaching you everything that I know, ladies, okay? I'll have more cooking videos. Or maybe I'll show you, yeah, don't do a lot of salt for sure. You don't need to. I don't put any salt in here. Today I put in some Parmesan cheese, so that tends to be a little salty, and Worcestershire sauce. You know, that's it. All right? And so, yeah, 35 minutes in there, and they're done. I take them out, good to go. I let them cool, probably eat some tonight, and then the rest of them I just put in a huge Ziploc bag. All right? So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me make sure I don't have any questions. Yeah. Okay, Deb. Yep. Hey, Jennifer. Yes, I will post the recipe, Kate, and you can watch this when I post it back up. Hi, everybody. Oh, it's fun to see everybody. I can't believe I'm wearing, I know. Well, I'm in Florida. You know, South Florida, it's really warm here. I'm actually wearing long sleeves. Most of the year, you won't even see me in sleeves. I'm a star. Who said that? Who said that? Yeah, that's funny. They said, I'm a natural on camera. I'm like, yeah, it's only from like feeling like a dork so many times. You just get used to looking dorky and then you become completely immune to your dorkness. Anyway, all right, I don't want to keep you. Have a great evening. Let me know what you think of this video, and I will put all the ingredients up when I put up the description, okay? It'll take me a little time to get back in there, get on my laptop after I clean up here and do all that for you. And I'll post the macros too. All right? Good to see y'all. Have a great day. Bye.